Back here on Sportsline, Titans a winner 33-30 over the Jaguars yesterday. Ryan Tannehill ties a career high with 4 touchdown passes, 2 to Jonnu Smith, 1 to Corey Davis, 1 to Adam Humphries. Throws for 239 yards. And maybe most impressively, when you look at Ryan Tannehill now, 15 games as a starter, almost a full season since he took over last year for Marcus Mariota. That obviously includes 3 playoff games. But he's now 11-4 as the Titans starter. I mean, think about that if you play it out during a year. You're talking about an 11-5, 12-4 type of season. That should win you a division. That might get you home field advantage in a conference. That is the next step that the Titans are trying to get to, as we've talked about multiple times on this program. And that is the difference that Ryan Tannehill has made for the Titans. And he certainly made that difference yesterday. Here's Jonathan Hutton back with a little bit more analysis on the Titans' win over the Jags.
We bring Jonathan Hutton back in here. When the Titans traded for Ryan Tannehill last year, I don't think anybody thought it would amount to this. 11-4 as the starter, 6 TDs, no picks to start the season, and he leads 2 straight game-winning drives. Number 17 is balling right now.
He's in complete control, JB. There is no panic whatsoever from number 17, Ryan Tannehill. And the team gets its composure from him, the offense, and you can tell the defense has complete confidence in him. A great example of his composure is with the defense bearing down on him, Josh Allen today, and delivering a strike to Adam Humphries for that touchdown on 3rd down. Massive play. And for Tannehill now, he's had at least 2 touchdown passes in 9 straight games. You're right. The key word is dealing, and they needed every bit of that today to get the win.
Now, Derrick Henry's rushed for 397 yards, 6 touchdowns in his last 2 home games against the Jaguars. He did a pretty good job on him today, 84 yards on 25 carries. He's averaging less than 3.5 yards a carry to start the season. In your mind, should there be any concerns right now about the running game?
Not concerned yet, because while the run game hasn't been completely shut down, they also have not had those explosive runs yet. That defenses are selling out to stop Derrick Henry. They did that last year too. The expectations are that he's going to break out. They're doing just enough right now in the run game to keep things completely balanced. I'll tell you an area to watch, though, is on 1st down and the runs. 25 1st down plays today. 20 of those 25 were runs, and the majority of those were to Derrick Henry. That's got to improve from the jump early in downs. But look, if you're not going to get big explosive plays every time 22 touches the football, then Tannehill and his receivers have to step up and continue to make those drive-extending plays, which they've done. And eventually, you'd think, with the number of carries that Henry continues to garner, they're 9-0, by the way, when he reaches 25 carries. Today, he had exactly 25. If he reaches that number, they're normally in control offensively.
All right, Hutton, good stuff. Sit tight. More from you coming up later in the show.
Look forward to it.
We'll get back to them very quickly, but right now let's dive into JB's game package, the post-game report on a Titans team that figured out how to get it done once again.
What looked to be an easy day at an empty sun-drenched Nissan Stadium turned out to be a dogfight against the Jaguars. But give the Titans credit. They made the necessary plays to win the game and start 2-0 for the first time since 2008.
The way that this league is designed, I think that we prepare for all kinds of situations, close games, and building a mindset that if it's not going your way, that we don't need any front runners.
Despite no A.J. Brown, Ryan Tannehill had perhaps his best game as a Titan. 4 touchdowns, no picks, and he spread the ball around to the likes of Corey Davis, Jonnu Smith, and Adam Humphries.
We were able to stay on the field and put some drives together and, ultimately get in the end zone, which we struggled with last week. So I think overall, being able to punch it in and get in the end zone and, just put points on the board, I think is, what we can take away from this game.
We all have a sense of trust, a certain amount of trust, so we set a high standard with one another. And we know that we just, got so much ability and belief in one another. So we just go out there on Sundays and just let loose.
The Titans defense was leaking oil in the second half, but the unit came up with the key turnover late in the 4th quarter with the game on the line.
Pops, throws, ball batted in the air, intercepted.
We missed a lot of tackles, including myself. We didn't stop the run. We couldn't get pressure on the quarterback. We obviously had a lot to clean up, but to be doing it 2-0, it feels a lot better to be doing it 1-1.
It's way easier to learn from your mistakes when you're winning. So we're 2-0. We got the win. That's the most important thing. Now we just got to make sure we're learning from our mistakes.
And that is the key. 2-0 is great, but you got to keep improving. It is a long 16-week season, and that's part of the emphasis here in this segment with John and Jonathan Hutton is on a weekend where teams around the league were dealt with injuries and other teams lost. The Titans were able to win. That's big. Figure out how to win when it's in front of you. They've done that so far, but there's also still much more to do, starting with this weekend's trip to Minnesota.
One more time, we bring in Titans Radio's Jonathan Hutton. Jay Hutt, bottom line, it wasn't pretty, but for the first time since 2008, the Tennessee Titans are 2-0. We saw a lot of good teams drop to 0-2 today. A lot of big-time players go down with injuries. Being 2-0 and healthy, pretty much all you can ask for.
And the Titans should get healthier this coming week, John, with their pass rush. Vic Beasley and Derek Roberson continue to practice more and more. I think there's a good chance that both will play. And then offensively, they're playing a Minnesota defense coming up that has allowed 309 yards rushing in the first two games. They've allowed 71 points combined in the first two games. So offensively and defensively, maybe there's a boost coming up on the road. But it's 0-2 versus 2-0. The Vikings, we know what they're capable of offensively. It's no walk in the park next week.
Nope, it's on to Minnesota next week. Jay Hutt, always a pleasure. Have a great night, my friend.
Thanks, guys.